right, so tonight I'm gonna repeat the question was regarding Floyd Mayweather and regarding boxers in general. My question was composure, concentration. How integral is that in terms of creating a good boxer? People have said that Floyd Mayweather, it's like he's doing yoga in the ring because he's so well composed and he seems like he's in total control. Is that an integral factor of being a good boxer?
Oh yeah, but that, I mean, and anyone who has actually seen Floyd train, you know, when Floyd walks into the gym, it's kind of like his concentration epitomized because he's so focused. You know, from the minute he walks into the gym and starts working, and he switches on, regardless of what's going on outside the gym or what happened before he walked into the gym. The minute he comes into the gym, that's his home.
So you guys have been to Vegas. You've been to his boxing club.
Yes.
How different is the environment in the Mayweather boxing club as opposed to the boxing clubs you've been in the UK?
Well, I mean, I think a misconception is that the gym is always as buzzing as it is when Floyd. When Floyd's in the gym's buzzing. You understand? And I guess, you know, it's like when Floyd came to Peacock. You remember when Floyd came to...
I wasn't here, but
when Floyd came to Peacock, the gym was buzzing because the man carries that kind of aura and presence around him. And you've got no...
Whether they love him or hate him.
Whether you love him or hate him.
Yeah.
I don't even want to use that word hate, but it's because I'm all about positive and love. But whether you do love him or hate him, you've got no choice but to just respect the game. You have to respect
What is it about him that's very different, would you say, to most? Because you've been in the fight game a long time.
Yes.
Professionally and on the amateur scene. What would you say is different about Floyd than most other professional boxers around?
That sets Floyd apart from every other athlete in any sport.
In any sport?
In any sport.
Okay.
Is his concentration. Is his mental ability, his mental capacity. His mental ability and capacity. His ability to focus on an event.
Give me an example, because you spent time around him. Give me an example of how this focus will be exemplified.
One time we went back to the hotel, and he was standing up watching games and that throughout the night.
Basketball games.
Basketball games.
Yeah, he's a big basketball fan.
He was watching Roger's fights as well, Roger Mayweather's fights.
All right.
And he was just standing up. Me, I was sleeping. I was so tired standing there. And I was just standing there. The focus, you think, oh, ain't this man tired yet? You know, and then boom, he said, I'm going for a run. Went for a run, come back from the run, had a shower. Boom, then next thing, we're going to eat something. So the level of concentration must be on another level. It's so high. It's so high. And I feel that when fighters get in a ring, they can actually feel that he's more concentrated than them, and they lose their concentration. It's a presence. And they lose it. It's a presence. It's an aura. We talk about aura. It's an aura. It's like when you see Michael Jackson bounce into a room, things, you change. You understand? You know, when you hear, you know, when you hear like a Whitney Houston sing, you know, you feel something that you've never felt before. And I guess fighters, it looks easy when they see Floyd from the outside, but when they're actually around him and in his presence, it's something to behold.
When you watch Floyd, say, spar or work out, Anthony, as a young man in the game, looking at almost like an icon in boxing, what goes through your mind?
I just, when I first actually was privileged enough to actually see him spar, train, do all the stuff that you see on YouTube and things like that, it was more like I had to say to myself, you know, thank you, Uncle, thank you Tunde for bringing me out here, because not anyone can just go in there and watch him train. Usually when he's on his way to the gym, you see security come around and say, okay, everyone has to leave the gym now, the champ's on his way. People are saying, oh, can I say, you know, champ needs his space, champ's got a fight coming, he needs to train. So then they clear out the gym. But then they even said to us at one point, oh yeah, you have to leave. And then Tunde was like, no, we was invited here. So it's like, it's a relationship. We're here to stay. And then obviously they spoke to Roger and things like that, so we stayed. And then I actually got to see him work. And then I shook his hand, I had a few words with him. And then it was a good experience, man. You take a lot from it as well. You got to see the best at it. And for me, in my opinion, in terms of boxing, the art of boxing is to hit and not be hit. Floyd's statistics show that, and his record shows that. Obviously, records in this day and age ain't as what they grew up to be, but he's got the highest percentage of not getting hit. His connection ratio is the highest. So for me, that's the sweet side of boxing, hitting and not getting hit. So you have to respect that, and to see him actually work and see his focus and to see how he trains different from every other fighter. Other fighters do 3, 4 minute rounds. He does 15-minute rounds, different sport fighters. So you know, you pick up from that. You take an aura from there and you bring it back here. And when I come back here and I've done the I think I've done the novices competition. The confidence was different. It's different.
Would you second that, Tunde?
Yeah, I mean, that was my whole plan to do, because, I took a few boys over there. Andy was one, O'Hara Davis was one, Junior Benjamin was one.
Right.
All these kids, I wanted to show them that, as I said before, it's one thing seeing Sugar Ray Robinson on tape, and then there's another thing actually seeing him in the flesh.
Right.
Of course, you get the feeling of watching greatness live and direct.
Right.
Which gives you that boost. It makes you feel like, okay, I've seen the champ work. Now I'm going back to work to do my thing, because I want to, be as great, if not greater than what I'm watching. So
Very inspiring, huh?
It's very inspiring. And I never had no one to do that for me when I was young. Or do that for me at any age. I just felt that is a good thing. That's something that these boys, I believe that they will always remember, whatever stage in their life that my coach took us over there and made us see, and we were the first.
Right.
People have been doing it now. People are doing it now. Promoters are even taking their boys, but I took these boys over there from the get-go, and I feel good about it.